Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something really important for many of you listening. Applying for a New Zealand student visa.
That's right, especially if you're tuning in from, say, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, Pakistan, or maybe Indonesia or Vietnam, and you're thinking about studying down under.
Exactly. We know navigating the visa stuff can seem pretty overwhelming at first glance.
For sure, it looks like a lot of steps.
But the aim of this deep dive is really just to give you a clear step-by-step overview. We're basing this on the official process information.
Yeah, no guesswork here. Our mission really is to break down those essential steps you need to take to actually get that New Zealand student visa.
So where do we even begin? What's the absolute first hurdle?
Okay, the very first thing, non-negotiable really, is getting accepted into a proper, recognized school or university in New Zealand.
Right, the offer letter.
Exactly. That letter of acceptance is like the foundation. Without it, you can't even start the visa part. So all your initial focus needs to be on finding the right course and actually getting accepted. Makes sense. Do your research, apply, get the offer. Okay, so let's say you've done that. You have the offer letter in hand. What's next? Gathering documents.
Yep, now it's document time. And you need to be pretty organized here. A big one is proving you have enough money.
The funds. How does that work?
You need to show you can cover your tuition fees and your living costs while you're studying. The exact amount, well, it changes, so you definitely need to check the official Immigration New Zealand website for the latest figures.
And what counts as proof?
Yeah.
Like bank statements.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Bank statements are standard. Or if someone's sponsoring you, like family, you'll need their statements plus a letter saying they'll support you.
Okay, got it. So proof of funds, the offer letter. What else is essential?
Your passport, obviously, it needs to be valid. Then there are the health and character requirements.
Right, the medical checks and police certificates.
You'll generally need a medical certificate from a doctor approved by Immigration New Zealand. They call them panel physicians.
And they have a list of those doctors somewhere. Yeah, on the immigration website. And then, yes, police certificates from back home to show you don't have a criminal record.
And something important for many listeners in the regions we mentioned, English language proof, right?
Absolutely. For a lot of courses, and for the visa itself, you'll need to prove your English skills. Often that means taking a test like IELTS or maybe TOEFL.
And hitting the required score for your specific course.
Exactly. Check what score your institution needs and what the visa rules say.
Okay, documents collected. Offer letter, passport, funds proof, medical, police cert, English test results. Phew! Now, how do you actually submit the application?
You basically have two main ways. The most common these days is applying online.
Through the Immigration New Zealand website.
Yep, they have an online system that walks you through it. It's usually the quickest way. The other option is submitting paper forms in person at a New Zealand Visa Application Center, or VICE.
Okay, so you need to find the nearest VSC.
Right. Check their website for locations and exactly how they handle in-person submissions.
Then comes the waiting game, I suppose. How long does processing usually take?
Well, the general estimate is around 4 to 8 weeks.
But that's just an estimate.
Definitely just an estimate. It can really vary. Depends on how busy they are, where you're applying from, maybe the complexity of your application.
So the key takeaway is apply early?
Please do. Don't wait until just before your course starts.
Yeah.
Give yourself plenty of breathing room, just in case there are delays.
Good advice. Okay, fast forward. Imagine you get the good news. Visa approved. What happens then?
Fantastic. Yeah, once you get that official approval and your visa, the focus shifts. It's time for practical planning.
Like booking flights and finding a place to live.
Exactly. Booking your travel, sorting out accommodation in New Zealand, maybe arranging airport pickup if your institution offers that. Start looking into all that as soon as the visa is confirmed.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the main steps for everyone.
Sure.
First, get accepted by a New Zealand institution. That offer letter is key.
Step 1.
Then carefully gather all your documents. Proof of funds, passport, the offer letter itself, medical and police certificates, and English proficiency proof if needed.
Don't forget anything on that list.
Then submit your application, either online or maybe in person at a VAC.
Right. Choose the method that works best for you.
Be prepared for the processing time, typically 4 to 8 weeks, but apply well in advance.
Patience is needed there.
And finally, once approved, get your visa and start making those practical travel and accommodation arrangements.
That's the whole journey in a nutshell. And, we really do suggest maybe listening back to this deep dive as you go through the process yourself.
Yeah, it could help reinforce the steps, and honestly, it's great practice for your English listening skills too.
Definitely. Every bit helps.
And if this was useful, please do subscribe to our channel. We do regular deep dives into topics just like this.
So, thinking about this whole pathway to studying overseas, what's the one step in this process that feels like the most important or maybe the most immediate thing for you to start looking into more deeply right now?